Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Damn Blog. I'm back with another comic book review. That's right, today I'm checking out a Gold Key classic. I'm checking out Boris Karloff Tells a Mystery number 27 from 1969. A Monster in the Mind's Eye. Let's see just how many Twilight Zones we can rip off today. Oh my God, let's get started. So as we prepare to delve deep into the Boris Karloff number 27 from 1969, let me once again point out that I really feel in my heart that this comic book may have just ripped off some Twilight Zone episodes. If you can figure out which Twilight Zone's episodes it ripped off, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Especially Unapologetic Geek, because he did a video about a couple of them. And inside the front cover, you could tell it was 69. You could tell this come out in 1969 because you got the psychedelic love-ons. That's right. You can iron on all those really cool patches that made you look like a hippie back in 1969. I hear that this was really popular with the Manson family. Oh. And in our first story, Fantasies of the Fog. Boris Karloff gonna sit back and tell us about young Hal Holbrook here. Hal Holbrook and what he has in his crate. Now this seems familiar. This seems real familiar. I'm assuming from some of the vehicles and the horse and wagons in this takes place sometime around 1930-something. You know, you got a 30-something looking truck and horse and wagons too, and that's probably where they exist. In the same time zone. Oh, Hal Holbrook keeps taking his big red truck to town. You know, that truck looked like he stole it from Sanford & Son. He heading on to town and he picks up his crate. That's right, Hal Holbrook headed to town to pick up his crate, because he always goes to town to pick up his crates. And some nosy town people want to know what's in them crates. That's the way it always starts. Don't you just love it because the town people get all sneaky and snoopy? Oh, sneaky and snoopy townspeople want to go check it out. They want to see what Hal Holbrook's got in his crate. Really? I think they're just sneaking around Hal Holbrook's house because they wanting to get a look at Wilma. They wanting to check out Wilma changing clothes through the window. But oh, Hal Holbrook busted them. He runs and grabbed a shotgun off the wall. Y'all boys got problems now. Bam! That's right. Bam as the gun fires and he runs off the townspeople. Hal Holbrook starts hearing voices of the dead. He's probably hearing his wife Wilma hollering from inside that crate. And it's at this point we get the Twilight Zone ripoff. That's right. Hal Holbrook, he's the keeper of the 3 doors. Keeper of the 7 keys. No, he's the keeper of the 3 doors. The 3 doors which binds evil. Much like some old monks in a monastery. Somewhere in the Twilight Zone. Dum-da-dum-dum. He's playing his trump cards. Yes, Hal Holbrook. Hal Holbrook is a man with a big secret. But the townspeople want to know what that secret is, so they're telling him, he shot at us and he ran us off and he's crazy. We got to know what's up there. So they gather up the lynch mob. They gather up the posse, looking like a bunch of goose out of a Frankenstein movie, headed up the hill with pitchforks and brooms. They break in to Hal Holbrook's house. They break in and they say, what is your secret, Hal Holbrook? Hal Holbrook is shocked and surprised by them. So they discover he has people locked in cells like captives, like animals. But what are these people he's got locked up? And in full panels brought to you by the Damn Blog. Oh, the irony. They released the captives. They set them free. Soon you will see the freedom of the outside world. But these idiots have invaded Hal Holbrook's home, and now they have released these 3. And who are these 3? Okay, take a few minutes and think it over. As Hal Holbrook and the leader of the town goose who released the 3 Talk it over. Who are they? Who are they? Oh, the irony. He has released the devil. That sounds just like a Twilight Zone episode I saw a few years before this. And of course he released the Wolfman and the Crypt Keeper. Hey, that sounds like this started a new comic book series. As Boris Karloff says, we ripped off the Twilight Zone for this. Hope y'all guys enjoy it. And then we get a lot of reading that Michael Morone will really enjoy. It's called The Horror in the Velvet Mask, the story of Rory from Puerto Rico. Because Roy from Puerto Rico always wears the velvet mask. Don't you, Roy? Oh, the Boris Karloff world of stupidity keeps on giving today. That's right, we got a lighthouse in the shape of a dinosaur. Ain't that special? I wonder how long that's been there. Beware the lighthouse. Well, they're going to knock it on down anyway. As the captain complains to crewman Harper about knocking down the lighthouse. Well, that there lighthouse has been there for hundreds of years. Y'all ain't got no reason knocking it down. We're going to build you a nice new lighthouse. Well, it don't matter because the old one was cursed and now you will pay the price. Oh my God, what a horrible story. And of course, you tore the lighthouse down and here comes the monster. Destroyed the boats, killed a bunch of people, and the captain's like, see, now you know why we got that lighthouse there. It scares the monster off. The monster think that monster already here. You don't want to tell us that the monster. You don't come tear up the ships. You did this, Harper. And of course, Harper, seeing the error of his ways, built the stone lighthouse back, shaped like the monster. Hooray! Peace and quiet saves the town. What the heck? Sad part is that really that story ended like that. As we get the Gold Key Comic Book Club news, you can see everything going on in 1969 in the world of Gold Key. You could have checked out the really cool models of 1969. Address included if you're still interested. Got you a little taste of some mini comics, which I'm just not even going to deal with. You guys can check it out real quick. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Wonk, wonk, wonk. And you could have had you a nice cold popsicle. I love the popsicles. And I have no doubt that nobody reading this comic book in 1969 money could have paid $225 for one of these stupid high school rings. Oh my God. And if you want to hear some really cool horror stories, check out True Cryptid Encounters, Book 1 and Book 2, out now by Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Some of the best horror stories and true cryptid encounters you will find in print today. And you know it's shout-out time, so be sure to check out my partner in crime, Thrash Pondo Ponds. You can see our show on his channel from this week. It came out Sunday, and I'm sure 90% of y'all missed it. So get over to Thrash Pondo Pondo's channel and see me and him as we talked about our Halloween memories. As well as be sure to check out Dave Sunstorm and his incredible brother Steven Sunstorm. You know, the Good Stuff Brothers here on YouTube. And Pat McCormick at the Golden Rage of TV. Boy, I really like his stuff a lot. And now let me run through the list of shout-outs. As I shout out BK on the air, Big Guys 45s. The really cool Corey's Comedy Channel. Congratulations, Corey, on finally becoming monetized. My flock is everywhere, Sarah. We love Sarah. You can see her on the show with me and Thrash Pondo Ponds on Sundays. The Nostalgic Pod Blast. My God, Chance. Retro Nerd Girl, Brainbenders, Banners, Chrissy, we love you. AAP, Homestead. AAP. For life, for life. For life. The Unapologetic Geek, Harold the Hatter. And a special shout out to our friend Eric. Paranormal Highway, Gypsy Road. We miss you, brother. And now we're gonna get the story of the mind monster. That's right. What happens when your mind creates a monster? Well, you get a ripoff of the Spanish Moss Murders by the Night Stalker TV series back in 1972. You just get a big ripoff of that. Oh, whoops. So in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog. I really like the art in this comic book. I love the old comic book look. I love the fact I got a light sharing straight on it and it's not giving me that shiny, glossy glare. You know, I made a Night Stalker reference a while ago and I realized this comic book come out in 1969 and the Night Stalker come out in 1972. And it's my sad realization that maybe the Night Stalker ripped off this Mind Monster story. Huh? Everything's a ripoff. Nothing's original, even back then. Anyway, Boris Karloff gonna tell us about some goopies out in the snow building them damn old igloo right there, buddy. They build them an igloo and dreaming about hotter climates because they're all into ancient artifacts. And these ancient artifacts, they're shipping in from all over the world. As they grow older, their interest in ancient artifacts grow stronger and stronger. And they find the Monster Maiden, buried alive in the Iron Maiden hundreds of years ago. So as Bill and Bob argue over the inhabitant of the Iron Maiden, they pull the old girl on out, throw her on the floor. Bill slaps Bob in the back and pushes him in. And with a slam and a slam and a check, he locks the gate. He locked his partner up in there. Oh, it gave me my headache. Ah, my head, as he laughs at what has happened to his partner, trying to explain to his other buddy what happened. His other buddy's like, what happened to Bill? And Bill done bought the farm. Bill gone, don't worry about Bill. As you hear the crackling sounds coming through the air. So in full panels, brought to you by the Daily Damn Blog, the magic casket has changed Bill into the demon of the night. Because once you go into the old Iron Maiden, as long as you're alive in it, your spirit can flow through the air. Bob did not realize this. As Bill's spirit flows through the air like the magic of the night, Bill's spirit attacking people, Bill's spirit hunting down Bob. Bob ain't gonna get a good night's sleep now for sure. One by one, Bob goes through the university faculty. He blames them for what has happened. He destroys each and every one of the university faculty, leaving them dead on the street. Of course, why this jerk once got so much grief with the university faculty, not explained in the comic book whatsoever. The fact that he's avoiding going after the guy who locked him in the Iron Maiden and going after everybody else on Earth, not explained. I'm at a loss on this story there, Boris. I didn't get it till now. I didn't get it till now that Bill and Bob are brothers. Bill and Bob are the kids playing and building igloos as children. Bill and Bob love each other. They got the deep brotherly love. So even though Bob had locked Bill in the Iron Maiden, Bill had trouble killing Bob. Well, to the last panel of the book when he took him out. He took him out and brought him down. Boris said that's the way it goes as Bob died in the old Iron Maiden. Thank God this story's over. What a dismal nightmare piece of twisted crap that was. And if you missed this, get this. That's right. A comic book could have put you through high school. Back in 1969. And for like $1.98, you could have ordered Revolutionary Old War soldiers right there, buddy. Them little teeny tiny soldiers fighting for the independence of our country. Oh, God, I had them. And I wouldn't have took this if you'd have gave it to me for free. Yeah, you could have had this amazing poodle art for your wall. And, of course, they wasted the back of the comic book with this shit. Oh, did I really say that right at the end? Darn it. Anyway, that's my look at Boris Karloff, number 27 from 1969. A Gold Key classic with some great art and some crappy ripped-off stories. I'm just not sure if the ripped-off stories were ripped off from here or by here on some of them. But I'm almost sure that the Twilight Zone was ripped off in this comic book. If you agree, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that stupid little bell. And until next time, Danny Staten on the Daily Damn Blog saying, blog over, dudes.